Okay, it's getting ready to roll for the day here. I only got a couple of those left this year, and I wanted to get that remote monitoring system. Again, if you're just loading out of an auger, it's kind of not that big a deal, but if you're loading in a grain bin or whatever, grain back or something, and you're loading by yourself and you have to crawl in and out all the time, it's kind of a pain. So what I'm gonna do, because I want to put this in the box, this is the gauge that goes in the truck, step bit. So I'm just gonna drill a hole through there because I want this inside my box. And then what do we got here? This is my tire pressure gauge. I'll add a link to Amazon here later on. And I want to be able to take that in and out kind of thing. So this is a bulkhead. I got it at the local truck shop, and I put a air fitting in the back, so it's going to come through the back about there. And then on the inside, after I have it, then I'll put that in there, and then I can keep this in the truck. And when I get out to load, I can just stab that in there, and then it'll remote read to that. And then I'm just going to tee into the same line back there. So I'll kind of just cut it and then run a line once I get this drilled through. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll just show it when I'm done. Okay, that only took me like 5 to 7 minutes. The step bit is a real plus, so drill a hole through and then step bit it to the size of your bulkhead. And then what I did is, because the fixed side of the bulkhead, that's the nut side, the fixed side is on the back, and that's what I used with the 1-inch socket. And then when it was still loose, I put this chuck on so that I could hold the wrench, and then I used the impact on the back to tighten that up, because you can't tighten in here. So that was kind of a little trick there. And then I just teed in that line, and then I just wanted to make this line big enough so that it didn't kink. And then I just need to zip tie them back up. And then this is my piece. So I bail out of the truck, come back here, stab this in, and then that should read to my gauge, which I can just put in the bin or in my pocket and check it, because I'll have my camera that I showed you in the other movies up there too, so I can see how full and how much weight and when I need to actually get out and move the truck. Okay, just airing up the truck. So as I got airbag pressure, then I started reading on my analog gauge there. And right now I'm at 72 pounds on the analog and 71 digitally. So everything's cool, but a YouTube video is only as good as the flaws that you show. So when I was airing up, I noticed that the digital gauge wasn't keeping up with how fast. And so this thing might only grab a new pressure every minute, which when you're loading inside of a grain bin, how fast are you gonna load? But I would say that that would be a definite, I need to look into the manual on this and see if it pulls from here every minute. The quicker it pulls, the better. Then you would always get an accurate, quick reading. So I'll take a quick video when I get back to the shop of the box, and then I'll add the Amazon link as well. Okay, just back to the shop. I'll still show the Amazon link, but the low pressure sensor is, I forget what I set it at, like 5 or 0. I don't know what it is, but and then I looked through the instructions. It says nothing about how often it pulls, but this thing will alarm. I timed it from when it beeps to when it beeps, and it's 40 seconds. So I wonder if that means it just pulls every 40 seconds. Yeah, it's still at 0, and then it sends out that alarm. Then you go for another 40 seconds. So that tells me when you're loading the truck, every 40 seconds you should get a new number, which isn't too bad, really. So, okay, take care. I think that's pretty cool. When you look at this online, it shows that it only can read up to 19 feet away. So I would do your homework, because maybe you could buy a little expensive or more expensive one that would do a better job. But anyhow, this is good for a trial run. All right, take care.